All right, so now we're going to take our knowledge about our hip hinge from tabletop into forward fold. If you haven't watched the tabletop video, totally chill, totally fine. You'll get all the information as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in a tabletop position, lit yoga style. So shoulders are going to be over the wrists or however feels the most comfortable. Again, it's important to feel like your hands can push down and you feel that strength and energy travel up the arms and into the shoulders and the core. Then you're going to walk your knees in a little bit deeper, a little bit further. Just be mindful that as you do that, you don't tilt your spine forward. You're resisting with your hands, keeping the shoulders over the wrists, and you're squeezing your glutes towards your hamstring, and you're drawing your thigh bone up. Take an inhale. Exhale, feel your low belly engage. You're going to lift your knees up, keep pulling the thigh bones back as you walk your hands back to your feet. Your heels are going to land. This is kind of like a skier squat, right? You're drawing your thigh bones back. This is work. Glutes and hamstrings are engaging. And look at my hips. There's a deep hinge. It's like I'm stuffing my femur bones, my thigh bones back into my pelvis. And then we're going to come up to stand. Okay, so now when we're forward folding, we're going to try to find the same thing. I'm going to show you what it'll look like, how I teach it. Feet hips width distance, inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, your booty goes back, spine stays long, hands can come down to the ground, or blocks. We're maintaining a neutral spine, core engaged. So I teach forward fold this way because I want you to keep a neutral spine and a neutral pelvis. In other words, the pelvis isn't tipping forward, and it's also not rounding back, getting into the back. We're maintaining that straight spine. It's as if I had a pole behind me, and as I came down, and then we get that deep hip hinge, which is something we want to be doing for the rest of our lives. And you will get a hamstring stretch, right? You'll just avoid the hamstring stretch being closer up to the insertion of the hamstring onto the sits bones, which we don't want that to be too stretchy because we want that area to be stable and strong. When you're trying to lengthen the hamstrings, having stability at the joint and then stretching the meat of the muscle is always a good idea. So to help us find this from standing, I'm going to offer up 2 suggestions. First, identify your hip joints. So find your sticky outy pelvic bones, go about 1 inch below. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're just going to bend the knees and hinge back and stand up. So just a little amount. Your hands in your hip crease are plugging your thigh bones back. You can also think like you have a cherry tomato right in your hip crease that you don't want to squish, right? So you're not sticking the booty out, sassy booty I call it. You're not getting sassy booty, and you're just maintaining everything neutral. The next step is to start to drag the hands down the legs, just putting a little more demand on that brain to muscle function and on the muscles themselves, yeah? And then from there, after you do this, I also recommend filming yourself doing it because it can be really enlightening to kind of see how things move. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, booty back. Draw the thigh bones back. Glutes and hamstrings are pulling towards each other. And don't be afraid to bend those knees. You're just not collapsing, right? You're still pushing the floor away from you. And this is forward fold. So that's it.